Hello and welcome to our Breck Live broadcast of Senior Night here for the Breck County Ladies Soccer. Noah, what are you thinking today about the match against Butler County?
This is one of the, I guess you could say, the better past we've had as far as meetings go. 8 total meetings, 7 wins over them, only 1 loss. 1 loss happened last year in a penalty shootout. It was here 3-2 in the penalty shootout at the end, but earlier in that season, the 2018 campaign, we did pick up a win at Butler County 4-0. As the overall record, again, 7-1-0. We've got 27 goals for on them and 8 goals allowed.
Yeah, I believe our biggest ever, our highest goal scoring game in our history. 9 goals scored in first season, a 9-2 win back in 2012. No one around here to quite remember that, I don't think, but still.
No one with us at that time, still with us anyways. That would have been the program's first year running, and I imagine then definitely a big confidence booster.
Yeah, interesting note as well about Butler County. Program was dismissed. 2014, 2015, the program was inactive, so no matches did take place in that time frame. But we are about to get in our senior night.
We'd like to take a moment and recognize some amazing seniors as we introduce and recognize our 2020 senior members of the Lady Tiger soccer team. Please join me and direct your attention at the large tiger as our seniors will step out there onto the midfield. Our first Lady Tiger senior tonight is Miss Autumn Blaze Rogers.
Of course, the captain, number 1. First one coming out.
Autumn is the daughter of Jerry Ann Chandler. Autumn's involved in other activities and sports and clubs here at the high school. She's involved in pep club, soccer, and SAD. After high school, Autumn plans to go to college to play soccer and try to become a doctor. Her most memorable moment here at BCHS playing soccer is the Meade County malfunction. Side note here by Coach Jarrett is that Autumn also ranks first in all-time career assists. So congratulations, Autumn.
Big mention there.
Big mention. Number 1 in assists in the program's history.
Had the tied for the most, I believe, in assist in a season last year with, I believe it was 6. But
also has scored 6 goals in her career.
Yeah, 2 on the year, 2 penalties.
Our next Lady Tiger senior is Miss Amber Miller. Amber is the daughter of Vanessa and Michael Miller. Amber is also involved in softball, FFA, and FCCLA. After high school, Amber plans to attend college and major in pre-vet. Her most memorable soccer moment at BCHS is telling ghost stories on the bus home from Barron County. If there's some advice that Amber would like to leave back behind for the other classmen, it is to keep it simple, honestly. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Tiger Senior, Miss Amber Miller.
I've seen Amber play a lot this season. Really filled in for Anna for the vast majority of the second half of the season at left back.
Our next Lady Tiger
Been
Senior is Miss
very
Autumn
solid in that position.
Taylor.
Up next is leading goal scorer on the year, second all time in the program. It is Aubrey Tabor, number 7. 8 this year. Had a really good season. Shifting to that number 9 position.
Started the season originally down the left, finally got put as the number 9.
Has shown her pace extraordinarily well.
After high school, Aubrey plans to become a radiologist. Her most memorable soccer moment at BCHS is scoring her first goal and then doing forward rows. Some advice that Aubrey would like to leave behind for other classmen is to don't give up. Always keep pushing, even when you're tired. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Tiger Senior, Aubrey Tabor. Our next Lady Tiger Senior tonight is Miss Isabella Marie Sprouse.
Looks like it'll be Isabel Sprouse next one. Coming out.
Isabella is the daughter of Robin Jenkins and
Missed a
Scott
few games in the
Sprouse.
middle of the season, but
Isabella is involved in
has come in and provided
FCCLA,
some really good minutes.
and soccer here at the high school.
In the midfield,
And after high school,
most often.
She will be getting the start today.
and become a pediatric nurse. Her most memorable soccer moment here at BCHS was when I almost scored a goal at the Fort Knox game. Some advice that Isabella would like to leave behind for her underclassmen is to keep your head held high and never give up. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Tiger Senior, Miss Isabella Sprouse. Our next Lady Tiger Senior is Miss Paige Cheyenne Kugel. Paige is the daughter of Miss Stephanie Lee. Paige is also involved in soccer, HOSA, DECA, SAT Club, PEP Club, and the National Honor Society. After high school, Paige plans to go to ECTC and then U of L to become an RN. Some advice that Paige would like to leave behind for some of the underclassmen is to enjoy every bit of high school while it lasts, because this will be the fastest 4 years of your life, and get involved in everything. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Tiger Senior, Miss Paige Kugel.
Paige also another one getting, I believe, her first start on the year. Has provided a lot in that midfield last couple of seasons.
Senior is Miss Morgan Lucas. Morgan is also involved in archery, academic team, beta club, future problem solving, and the Y Club. After high school, Morgan plans to attend the University of Louisville and study biology. Her most memorable soccer moment at BCHS is the bus karaoke after the Grayson County game. Some advice that Morgan might leave behind.
A little bit of recent history there after the big program win over Grayson.
Yeah, speaking of which, we will get to those a few mentions of the games that occurred while we were on hold with some away matches. We will get to those at the conclusion of senior night. But like you mentioned, that Grayson County game, soon not forgotten.
Our next Lady Tiger Senior is Miss Chloe Dinner.
Thanks, Chloe. Missed a lot of, not a lot, but a couple of games these last few matches.
Such a massive part of the defense, unfortunately,
And John Dinner.
suffered an outside injury in
Played
softball. It's kept her out. Looks like she will unfortunately be a scratch for tonight's game.
Played a lot of right back last season and really proved herself, and has absolutely earned herself a
And
very good role
formed
in
quite
center back.
quite the partnership with Skylar in that center back role.
Two skill sets that go together very well.
Our next Lady Tiger Senior tonight is Miss Anna Rose Atkins.
Anna, like you mentioned, suffered a injury and has missed a few games now.
Michael Atkins.
But we did also mention that Amber has stepped in nice to fill in that role for her.
And Pet Club.
Anna's been
High school, she plans to attend the
one of the most notable newcomers on this team. First half of that season provided very good work in the left back position.
Troy Peterson always gave me, don't forget the flock. Some advice you have for the underclassmen and likely behind is that it really is the fastest 4 years of your life. Make memories and have fun. Enjoy.
Anna, you mentioned one of the newcomers.
It won't matter once you're graduated. Before you know it.
Made 7 appearances for the team this year. Then, of course, that injury did cut a few things short for her.
Our next Lady Tiger Senior tonight is Miss Olivia Biggs.
Olivia Biggs provided a lot in the midfield so far this year. Has really stepped up. I think the change in formation to the 4-3-3 has really allowed her to take over games in a different sort of way.
Part the size doesn't seem to get in her way. She will fight for the possession of the ball and will throw herself around to save possession for us.
You don't have to be the biggest player to be the most feared. Go out on the field and have confidence in yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Tiger Senior Miss Olivia Biggs. Our next Lady Tiger Senior is Miss Megan Howell.
Next is Megan here. Has provided a lot of good minutes over these last couple of seasons. Has actually stepped up quite a bit in the later half of this year, starting in the midfield a couple times. Did a fantastic job, nearly scored against Fort Knox.
All of us taking a nap and playing the Ouija board in the back of the RV after the Monroe County game. Some advice that Megan would like to leave for the underclassmen is always bring a hoodie and blanket to away games, no matter how hot it is before the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Tiger Senior, Miss Megan Howell. Our final Lady Tiger of the night is Miss Abigail Faith Shannon.
Of course, Abby Shannon, in her earlier playing career, scored 3, and of course has become the program's most synonymous keeper, recording the most appearances in the program's history, as well as the most clean sheets in a season with 4. And that's the most, of course, in the program's history.
Also registered as the all-time saves leader. Definitely will go down as one of the icons in that position as long as this program goes on.
Having my soccer family and a quote, I'm the hornet and this is my nest. Never mind you scored. Here's Abby. And some advice that Abby would like to leave behind for some other classes to stay strong, stay together, help each other, learn together, improve together, and thank you for being great teammates. And I love you all. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Tiger Senior, Miss Abigail Shannon.
We'll, I believe, wrap it up for our.
Gentlemen, if you will direct your attention, thank you to these fine young ladies and these outstanding careers they've had here at high school and from Breck County. We'd like to thank you for your hard work and your dedication to soccer.
I believe that'll wrap it up for the senior night presentation.
Quite a big senior class we've got with us this year.
Yeah, a lot of key losses, but a lot to look forward to with this new young team for sure.
And a lot of bright futures ahead for these girls, I know.
But tonight, it is about these 11 out here. But getting back to our last home game, which was a 3-1 loss against Grayson County back here at Tiger Field. In the last, I believe, 17 days, we've seen a defeat on the road at Barron County, a Warren Central defeat 3-1. Then we finally started picking up some momentum here. Drew with Fort Knox, very short man, only a couple of substitutes, and then most recently defeated the biggest of our rivals, Grayson County. 2-1 victory in a convincing fashion, I would say.
Absolutely. You always love to get a win over a rival as big as what Grayson County is to this program, and to do it in on their own field, it really leaves something behind to remember, and especially for this team here, with as much as they've done together this season, as hard as they've worked. I know it definitely was a big payoff for them.
A massive derby victory, like you mentioned there. Fort Knox game was the draw. We did beat them 2-1 earlier in the year, but trailed twice in that game, that 2-2 draw, and saw an absolutely ridiculous goal from Ariel Herder. Might have remembered scoring the goal here back in early August. But yeah, 2-2 draw, 2 come behinds. Chloe Peterson hit one off the crossbar late in that one that could have potentially sealed the deal, maybe given us the win. But I believe we only had 2 to 3 substitutes in that game, so a 2-2 draw is nothing you can really complain about for a team like Fort Knox. I'm not sure. Butler County currently yet to arrive. They have not had the same fortune as us this season, I'm afraid. What do you got on them, Noah?
Butler County this season have played a total of 6 matches up to this point and have yet to score their first goal of the season of the 2019 campaign. And another turn of, unfortunate events you could say for them is we hear that there may only be 8 joining them today, which of course could cause problems.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, they yet to score a goal this year. But you go through their losses from last year, and it's pretty easy to see 6 goals and an assist from Dixie Gardner last year. Graduated 3 from Michelle Cardwell. She's gone. Another 2 goals from Alford. She's gone. They do have one junior on the team now, or that scored from last year, Trinity Cook. And like I mentioned, though, Alford, who scored 2, she actually, I apologize, she is still on the team, but her 2 goals last year, she's now the only registered goalkeeper on the website for KHSA. But yeah, it's pretty easy to see where all the goal scoring's gone this year, and it'll be interesting to see how they recover. Like you mentioned, 8 players.
Ladies and gentlemen, another additional announcement for tonight's ball game. There was one senior that was left off, and that was senior member John Rowan Smith and his involvement here with the Lake Tiger program. So we'd like to just thank John for his years of service of the video work and moral support. So thanks, John Rowan Smith, for your dedication to the Lake Tiger soccer program.
We sit at just under 20 minutes now until game time, so we await the arrival of Butler County.
Yeah, sorry about this little disarray so far early on in this broadcast. Definitely a lot of craziness going on for senior night.
Definitely a lot going on here.
We do have a very good sign, though. Butler County has not arrived, but 3 officials have. That is something we're very fortunate to see. Something we've not gotten every game, but yet here they are. Butler County's faced a couple of opponents similar to us. I know they played Grayson County. Got mercy ruled by them.
And their
2-0.
Their last match they did play was against another rival of BCHSFC's, Meade County. They suffered a 12-0 loss.
Yeah, we know Meade County had them beat by halftime. It's been a rough season for Butler County, and we have to say pretty admirable of them to even be willing to show up, knowing they're only going to have 8 people. That's worthy of some praise in itself.
Absolutely. It shows that even though they may be shorthanded, there could be a lot of fight that we see in them tonight.
Yeah, the program's still showing some heart. We will see how this goes. I've not
No.
placed Butler County since that penalty shootout loss of a year ago.
Now, of course, we mentioned of being senior night. A lot of the 11, or I guess most all of the 11, is going to be lined up with seniors and notable players that we're pretty used to seeing start that won't be starting. We know Kate, Chloe. Just there's two of them that we usually see them play alongside the left and right of Aubrey. Of course, tonight honor the seniors.
Yeah, a lot of, Marcy's not going to be in there. Going to see Paige in the lineup. Going to see Morgan Lucas in the lineup. Megan in the lineup. She's made some starts recently. And Isabel Sprouse in the team. Last time we played Butler County back last year before our district tournament matchup, we scored 6 goals against them. Both times we faced them. Bailey Castor provided 5 of those. The only other goal scored was from Marcy Rogers, and we're gonna have to see. Of course, we've mentioned it more than plenty of times this year. What that loss has done. So many goals last season, all-time league scorer in the program, and really provided against this team last year for sure.
Of course, just briefly going back over the seniors here as we await the arrival of Butler County and await the start of the game here. Of course, starting it off, captain has been here since played since middle school. We've got Autumn Rogers, first all-time in BCHS FC assists. We had mentioned earlier that she's totaled 8 so far, along with 6 goals. Another one making a start, as we've mentioned, that she's really picked up her game and filling in that spot for another senior, Anna, who's been out on injury. Amber Miller, number 3, also playing softball, one of many multi-sport athletes.
Yeah, up next, Aubrey Tabor. She's been the focal point of this offense this year, playing off of through balls perfectly, and has been our biggest finisher. A lot of goals scored, made a lot of impact this year so far.
8 goals to this point on the season. And she's really, once she was put in the center forward role, it definitely was a big boost in her game, and it gave her a lot more freedom to do what she needs to do to create a goal and put herself in a scoring position.
Scored twice against Grayson County. One, a great rocket into that right side of the net. Sealed the game for us at that point.
And then, of course, the opener of that game just forced herself through the Grayson County defense. Just defender after defender stepping in her way, just maneuvering her way around, and goalkeeper Laura Vincent comes out for the ball, and Aubrey is able to just put it right in, just out of reach for Laura. And next up for the seniors, going back over, Isabella Sprouse to be making the start tonight.
I believe her first on the year, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe this would be her first start of the season.
She has contributed a lot of minutes off the bench. Has been very, very useful in a lot of positions. Played her forward a lot.
See her rotated a lot with Olivia and Marcy from time to time, and really fills out the middle with say, Marcy or Olivia, and she really just allows to pivot through and create the possession.
Next we got Paige Kugel here. Paige hasn't gotten to make it to as many games I think she'd like to have, but when she has played, she's provided well. In recent games, making a lot of switches with Megan Howell in the midfield. 2 players, pretty similar style, I believe. She's been a pretty solid veteran, though, for this team.
Next, we got number 12, Morgan Lucas. Very bright student. We often see her rotated around in that center forward position whenever we see Aubrey take a breather. And again, making her start tonight.
Yeah, like you mentioned, giving some really great minutes of break to Aubrey, letting her recharge and keep up that terrific form. We got Chloe Denner next. Chloe missed a lot more of this season than she would have. I know she wants to be out there every second she can. Rotated into the center back position this year, has done a terrific job leading it, and has complemented the new skill set of Skylar Tucker back there extremely well.
You've got someone in Chloe, I think, who will hold down that box, and then you've got, when partnered with her, you've got Skylar, who is just can be anywhere on the field at any time defending and will get the recovery.
A terrific player, Chloe.
Yeah, definitely going to be an unfortunate one to not see joining us tonight, but nonetheless honoring her.
Following up Chloe, Anna Adkins, similar situation. A newcomer this season, stepped up into that left back position, did a fantastic job. And her missing tonight, I know she definitely doesn't want to. She's missed a lot of the recent games. Had a bit of an issue, an injury. Wasn't really sure of what it was, but not sure if she'll be back for the tournament. But the predictions seem like it will be likely she'll return. But it is a shame she will not be able to make her way out here for senior night.
She is dressed out, however, like you said, I do believe that she is a scratch for this one, and she was a very valuable part on that left side of the defense before. I believe it was a some leg injury halted her time in this, and what's really felt like almost the entire season at this point.
Yeah, something of a muscle issue, I believe.
Of course, you never really want to test that. If it's just a tweak in the muscle, then it could be something very minimal until you start trying to test it, in which case it does become something more serious. After her, we've got Olivia Biggs, who, as we mentioned, she's been quite the valuable asset to this midfield. Really leaves her all out in the midfield.
Which she, as we heard from her advice given from her senior night, like she said, be the go on the field and be confident in yourself. That's something that she will, you will see from her. She's not afraid to get physical, but definitely willing to put as much heart out there as she possibly can.
Doesn't let her size contract anything from her game if it means winning back possession. And now we do see that, of course, as we have just mentioned, Anna stepping off here. She's dressed out with the team for the senior night, but will not be joining the bench with the side, I don't believe.
We do have Megan Howell up next, number 28. Done some great work in the midfield, started quite a bit in these recent games. Of course, had a few chances to score a goal against Fort Knox, and has not a new player, a veteran player, but definitely has stepped up more so than I believe ever in her career in these last few games.
Last year happened to miss a little bit of time for not more so injury reasons, but just her own. And like you said, now Megan, she's really stepped up and she's gotten more playing time than she's seen in previous seasons, and it's really I think it's really helped her out and shown what she's capable of. Last and of course not least, we've got Abby, number 1 for appearances in program history with 61. Most clean sheets in a season with 4 last season. Most clean sheets in general with 4. And in her earlier playing, of course, scored 3 goals of her own.
Yeah, fantastic player. We've seen so many incredible saves just right here in the stadium this year.
And I gotta say, the advice given really, I think, fits the mold of this team. Stay strong and stay together, help each other, learn together, and improve together. There's they've really have just grown together, not as individuals. That is more we've seen academically. They're growing as individuals, but this team together, they've really grown, and it's been so much of a team effort.
And I'll wrap it up for we have to say about the seniors tonight, but looks like Butler County, I believe, may have just arrived here with about 5 minutes ago. At first I was a little concerned because the officials and the players had left the field, maybe signaling that the game was not going to start for a little while, but we now do see the Butler County's team has arrived. Still probably will be a little bit as they get warmed up, but I do believe that is a promising sign. The clock will tick down here under 5 minutes. Yeah, not like we mentioned. Butler County really cut down here today with only 8 players available, only 13 on their roster to start with, and just pretty admirable that they're even willing to come out here today.
Of course, we don't exactly have any specifics for what it is they're out for.
Yeah, we see one girl over there with crutches on her. Here they do take the bench. Butler County, I believe you mentioned a couple times, but one victory against Breckenridge County was a penalty shootout victory. Was a draw in regulation and an extra time, and did lead to that shootout. One that I know Coach Garrett very unhappy with to this day. And I do wonder when kickoff actually will happen, as we know only about 3 minutes to go on the clock, but surely going to get some more time than that if they're just arriving. Looks like the sun is
The sun has found the back of the clouds for the time being.
keeping things a little cooler for now. Yeah, it looks like Butler County with 8.
Of course, that includes the goalkeeper as well, so it'll be presumably 7 outfielders out there for them. With the formation, you really don't even know like where to begin with that. Do you start by putting your players in the defense, or do you start by lining up your attack?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I no sort of idea myself, and looking now, I think I only see 7 out there. Looks like they may only have 6 in the outfield.
I do believe there may be 7 because, of course, one of the 8 that are out there, of course, we had mentioned, came in on crutches. But as for the rest, I mean, there aren't too many that weren't able to make it, but I don't know if it would be injuries or what the case may be, but we'll definitely see, I guess, a real test of Butler County's strength here. Correction, we do see two more ladies from Butler County.
Okay.
Who will take the pitch as they make their way around.
Which I believe that would put them on 9.
Closing in on just nearly a minute left until
the registered kickoff time.
Of course, do not know for sure if that is guaranteed time for kickoff, but
Pretty unlikely, I would say, at this point. But what we can
well,
tell
of course
you,
we will have the lineup introductions.
yeah, we can tell you, Butler County, not exactly sure how many they're going to have out here tonight, but we can tell you they are going to be certainly outnumbered. About 40 seconds to go here. Will be interesting to see who Butler County decides to go out and start.
Of course, we know, as we were speaking on that, it is traditionally 11 on the field. You have 1 goalkeeper and 10 outfielders. This could cause problems, but and I'm sure that is weighing heavily on the minds of Butler County.
Yeah, we haven't been given any word on their lineup either, so not really sure who's going to be out there for them. Going to have to sort of learn that as we go along. Like we said, only 13 on the roster. We certainly look ready to go, I would say. BCHSFC ready
Of
to get
course,
this
we
thing
have
going.
we have seen games where there have been 2 or 3 people lined on our bench. Of course, today we are missing, 3 big members of the side. We always love to have a full side. Sydney Tucker not with us, and playing two games this season in her first season, and then of course went through her situation. And then Chloe and Anna are the only other 2 scratches. That's 3 scratches for us.
Looks like we're going to be warming up again. And looking down there, it looks like we have a former senior and winger, Sarah Hatfield, down by the bench today. Certainly had a great career, was part of that so successful team of a year ago.
Where we have mentioned numerous times before how much we did lose from that team, such as Bailey Castor, Sarah Hatfield, and the Rogers twins.
Back on that senior night, 2-0 victory against McLean County.
Definitely looking forward to this one. Definitely want to have a big win, not only over team of our shared district, but as well as just it is senior night, and you do want to really give the seniors something to remember on the night dedicated to them.
And I'm not sure what the notion is here. It looks like the officials may be calling off any sort of warming up. And no, they are signaled to go out to the field there. So it looks like we'll be given some time here.
We're gonna see here what will Butler County do as this game is ready to get underway.
We will see, of course, a lot of seniors out there.
I do believe you are right. I think there will be 8 outfielders and the goalkeeper, so that will leave them with 9. However, that is still too short.
Yeah, still severely undermanned.
And there are no benches, and the sun isn't out now, but it's still, the heat is still there, so.
Still not a even comfortable day, I would say, yet.
Not quite, but definitely a lot of questions to be asked and soon to be answered.
This would, we did see victory today. It would, this game is not possible for us to draw. It's a district game, so worst case scenario, I guess not worst case, but most likely scenario, if no goals were scored, would be a penalty shootout. It will be interesting to see if we can secure a victory here. That would be 3 straight unbeaten. Of course, the other 2 being a draw on the road at Fort Knox, and of course, the Derby win against Grayson County.
Definitely has been a season to remember for the program. Uh, and I think by now we can say, as the season wraps up by the end of next month, uh, and then we'll have the tournament. But with only 4 matches, it is safe to say that this is perhaps the now 2 back-to-back seasons that are really something special and something to remember for the program.
Yeah, it's definitely been on the rise for sure. Coach Garrett really trying to take this team to the next level. Certainly a large rebranding of the program from when he took over. Really trying to give it a real soccer feel to it, of course. Giving it the name BCHSFC. Just one mention, of course, these uniforms, making a real investment to make it look like.
Done all he can to inject as much professionalism into this club as he can.
Yeah, and he has really taken this team to places that I think this program 6-7 years ago couldn't have seen possible.
Absolutely, and you think just how many big pieces of this program have come out just of the past 2 years. Bailey, Aubrey, Autumn, Abby.
Yeah, a lot of people have contributed a lot to this team. And it will be interesting. I don't want to get too far ahead into the future, but I wonder how this team will continue to grow because we've seen so many new people join the team this year. Of course, we had Kate and Anna, first 2 mentions, of course. Both were regular starters. Kate still is. Anna, of course, facing an injury. We saw Lauren step into that right back position. She's done a phenomenal job back there this season.
We did see Isabel Grimes join us this season, but of course we've mentioned how her season did come to an end with a quad injury.
And at a similar time as her, we saw Leah Mucker join, who has been a really valuable part of this defense, stepping up for Chloe. And before that was a really important piece in the midfield. But she has adapted really well into the defense, has done a fantastic bit of work.
And, I mean, you think about Captain Autumn being there since her days in middle school. And, some players that aren't first-year players but still relatively new to it. We've got Amber Miller, who joined not that long ago. I believe last season she joined.
She's put up a lot of good things this year.
Definitely. And I think just in general, we've almost seen like a disheartened Amber, almost like as if she just felt like she deserved the time. She deserved the time but didn't get it. And then when her time gets called, then she really was able to prove a lot out of herself and really work to, I think, really keep that position. That left back position has been very much so rotated with Anna's injury now.
Yeah, she's done a great job stepping up, Amber has. Then we see the captains out at the middle of the field. It looks like Butler County took most of their team towards the middle. But, of course, like we mentioned earlier, Captain Autumn Rogers up there.
And I do believe shortly the lineups will get underway.
Yeah, not sure who the names are going to be for Butler County.
But regardless, you got to know it's not a full team, and there's not even an option for the bench for them. And
It looks like we're rallying over here, as it looks like we're going to go straight into lineups from the coin toss. So,
as the sun is now starting to peek back out, so that shouldn't be that we know that won't be great as the game starts for the team who does play in the sun, and most usually for games that start around this time, the beginning of the second half, it's still somewhat of a problem.
Yeah, I know. After last season, that last defeat on penalties, this team's we're definitely gonna be looking for some revenge. I can guarantee that.
It was absolutely a disheartening loss.
Not how we wanted to end the season against them. A lot of
And of course, being at home,
being at home for Butler County was a big boost for them. A lot of wild things happened in that game. Of course, a dog ran out in the field about halfway through, and it was just a night to forget, honestly.
hopefully, being senior night, this can be BCHSFC's night to remember.
We do look to be getting underway sometime relatively soon. We're about 10 minutes past the scheduled kickoff time, but lineups look to be coming very soon now. And then we can give you some information on the Butler County roster and who they will be putting out there today.
Just a few more notes on a few of our seniors. Captain Autumn Rogers, not only leading assist for the program, but was has the claim for the youngest varsity goal at 14 years and 330 days, September 22nd in 2016 against rivals Meade County. Just little things like this that you appreciate from the senior services. We are getting ready for lineups here.
Here we go. Of course, in goal, we do expect that Journey Alford, I believe, in goal tonight for Butler County. And like you mentioned, Noah, only 8 in the outfield today. Breck County, of course, we're starting Abby in goal, Autumn at captain in that midfield. And we're going to be playing back with Skylar, Aaliyah, and likely Isabella.
Our visitors from Butler County. Prior to the start of tonight's contest, we'd like to take a moment and honor this great country with the playing of
First, it will be the national anthem.
Here will be the lineups for each side.
Starting lineups first for our visitors from Butler County. Number 2, Nevaeh Lawrence. Number 3, Cadence Klein. Number 4, Bailey Collins. Number 6, Journey Alford. Number 8, Brianna Gickham. Number 15, Danielle Gickham. Number 18, Ricky Brown. Number 19, Gabrielle Stark. And number 22, Sandra Valencia.
Like you mentioned there, Alford, Brown, Stark, the Gidcombe sisters, Klein, Collins, and Valencia making up the lineup today.
Number 1, Autumn Rucker.
Of course, we know what to expect for this team, a senior-heavy lineup today. Likely Amber, Skylar, Aaliyah, and Isabella making up that back line with Paige, Autumn, and Olivia in the midfield, with Aubrey, Morgan, and Megan expected to be forward, and Abby in goal.
Aaliyah Mucker.
I do want to mention, of course,
Number 7, Aubrey.
only 2 seniors, or there's only 2 non-seniors in the lineup for BCHSFC.
Number 10, Paige Kugel. Number 12, Morgan Lucas. Number 27, Olivia Biggs. Number 28, Megan Howell. And number 99, Abby Shannon.
We are just about to get underway here. A lot of energy in this BCHSFC side right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder for all our guests here tonight, there is water and Gatorade just to the north side of the bleachers underneath the tent.
Looks like we will be going left to right, while Butler County goes right to left as we kick this off. Butler County will be making the kickoff, and it looks like it's going to be Gidcombe, Brianna Gidcombe, to take the kickoff, a senior for Butler County.
Of course, this will be the older of the Gidcombe sisters.
Looks like
And again, we see this happen at home again for the other team, that the visiting side will be playing into the sun to
looks
start
like
this.
Butler County, like we mentioned, short man today, and it looks like they're playing 3 back, 2 making up a deeper lying midfield, whilst there's 2 wide players getting forward, and then it looks like it's going to be Gidcombe playing it sort of a center forward role. So we do take another halt yet, and no corner flags. Bit of something you would have think would have been noticed a little earlier.
Yeah, I can't even say that I noticed that, but I guess we will now await the corner flags
Yeah,
to
Coach
be
Garrett
placed.
there with the flags. And they are going to distribute these really quick as a kickoff delayed once again, 18 more minutes. Seems like every time we play Butler County, something wild will happen.
Just as quickly as possible here, as the teams were lined up out on the field just waiting for kickoff to get underway. But of course, corner flags, got to have them out on the field.
Oh yes, very, very important part of the game.
Especially with the sun beaming down in the girls' eyes, and the yellow lining of the pitch does at angles blend in with the green on top of all the football paint that lines the ground. Doesn't make it too easy to see where you are in terms of how close you are to going out. So flags, of course, help that as well.
But it looks like now we are going to finally see this game get underway.
And a 3-2-3 or a 3-2-2-1 could be the formation.
And we are underway. This one's going to be played back to Valencia.
And it is immediately touched out for a Breckenridge County throw-in.
Amber coming
will
forward.
Come up for. It seems that has been somewhat of like a universal tactic to Coach Garrett is play your throw-ins on with the fullback.
Try and get things forward.
So you don't have a midfielder or winger that's out of play as it's thrown in.
We see Megan come up with a good challenge there. And it will be Breckenridge County ball. A little confusion there, I think. This one once again taken by Amber. Going to be nicked on and nicked forward here from Butler County. Skylar's going to get on it. Skylar plays it forward. Not going to cause any trouble there. Aubrey looking to get on it. Aubrey already causing some problems. Forces a possession challenge at least.
Keeps the pressure on the Butler County players. As Isabella Sprouse now running.
Looks like Cadence Klein here fighting for it.
It is
Olivia working through well. Not going to find Aubrey with that one.
I think just read Aubrey's direction wrong.
Will make its way back to Alford. One played up high.
As Olivia will come back out for it. Somewhat of a chest bump in midair fighting for the ball.
Going to be knocked out after Klein won the ball there in that midfield. Looks like it'll be Brown to take the throw in. Throw comes down this left-hand side. And they will determine that to be a poorly taken throw in. Paige needs to move down here a little bit. But looks like she's going to take it from there. Played in. Autumn does a good fake there to get around her marker. Working towards the middle, but she's not going to be able to get a good touch on it. Played on great way to win that ball. Morgan can't get there to try and win that one back, though. Autumn's still working on it. Does a spin. Trying to work it forward, but she will be stopped. And Butler County doing a good job so far of keeping any danger out.
Definitely absorbing the pressure, saying throw everything you can at us.
And a pretty good run from Gidcombe there, working down that right-hand side.
But as this match goes on, I will say that will not be in any way a game plan that I see Butler County continuing to go to, is just throw all your pressure at us and we'll take it. Because that fatigue is gonna set in as the match goes on, and I don't know how much pressure can be absorbed whenever the fatigue sets in.
And, something else Coach Garrett mentioned earlier yesterday after practice, he said, sometimes it can be a little more difficult to play against fewer players because, you're not trained to do that. You're trained 11 versus 11, so you go out there and you see 9. It's just a little bit different. Here's Olivia working it.
And of course, we did mention it.
Amber plays it to Megan.
It's 2 players, but at the same time, it's 2 players as well as an entire bench that's gone. It's more, I think, than just who is out there on the field.
Yeah,
now, of course.
Going to be cleared from Collins there, but it will result in a dangerous throw-in for Breckenridge County. Probably our closest maybe chance in here, other than that Aubrey ball.
And we are going to see throw-in towards Morgan, as the Butler County players do.
It looks like
working
Klein
around.
Plays it forward. Only going to find Olivia, though, who's going to find Aubrey. Aubrey working forward, and Isabella
was
can't get a touch on it, though. Olivia working. Olivia comes from behind. trying
Almost-
to force that one away from Collins.
Almost a risky challenge there, but does win possession back, and it is Aubrey.
Aubrey
Can
gets
she
a
get
good
on
touch on it, but it looks like the goalkeeper's
it?
just
Too
going to
heavy
secure
of a
that one.
touch.
And that was Alford making a good job there, making sure Aubrey wasn't going to get anything out of that one. But immediately this ball looks like it could come back into Breckenridge County possession.
And it is, I will say, quite the respectable clearance or goalkeeper kick for Alfred as well.
It's going to be played out, and it will be Klein to take this throw in. She's going to try and find Gidcombe. Paige fighting her there, though. And a foul is given against Paige, I believe. Free kick to Butler County. It's going to be Gidcombe to take it.
This
Breck County playing 3 behind her. So, and we still have numbers on them. That's just the biggest advantage, you got to say.
absolutely is in the instance of a set piece like this, and with the pace that we have too, it is hard to give up little space like that.
That looks
Well-
like a free kick given against Butler County here.
No, will be going in the direction of Breckenridge County.
Looks like Skylar's going to take this one.
Don't know if it was a handball or a foul, but it will be Breckenridge County. Skylar takes it.
Good ball played forward from Autumn. Gidcombe gets on it. Olivia working it. Plays it through. Beautiful job to get around the two defenders.
Just trips up on it there.
Can't keep control of it. Isabella not really sure where the ball was at the time. And it's going to play all the way
And
back.
Aubrey
Still
is-
danger.
Aubrey is just going to creep to her direction.
Collins not doing a fantastic job there of getting rid of it. But that was ball's going to finally make it out off of Klein.
We have seen that time and time before, though, is Aubrey will go into the box face-to-face with any defender or keeper to get that ball away for a goal.
Looks like that one made its way off of Klein. Throw into Breckenridge County, slowly creeping forward here. Autumn here take the free kick. Played forward, could cause danger. Great header, though. Really brave.
Great use of the head there in the box.
Going to come away to Valencia. Plays it forward, trying to find a teammate.
We'll
Gonna be-
find someone.
Going to be playing out from Klein. Klein trying to work it forward from Gidcombe. Make his way off, though. Paige gets on it.
Paige
Plays it to Olivia. Olivia working here. Looks for an option down the middle. Good clearance
is
away.
going to work it
Still
towards-
danger. Autumn can't get a pass through, though, to Aubrey, which I believe would have led to a goal there, certainly. Had Aubrey been able to get a foot onto that one.
That is absolutely something that Butler County are going to have to watch out for, are the through balls. Because Autumn, Olivia, and Aubrey are seemingly always ready to fire something in.
There's Paige for the throw-in. Directed to take it a little deeper this time. Plays it forward, plays it out. As that was
Yet another throw, and we're just slowly making our way up.
played in. Olivia wins the ball away, and that one going to be cleared
Yet
out,
again,
though.
another throw for Paige.
Gidcombe getting rid of that one. Looking a little more down the middle here. Could cause some problems. Cleared out and away from Collins. And this one very deep in some Butler County territory. Paige has a lot of options right now. That one's going to come out and even deeper once again. We march right now down by that corner flag.
Klein is just seems to just be standing in front of Isabella, so if Paige can't find a pass, she just seems to throw it off of Klein to get another go.
Breckenridge County really pushing everybody forward. Nobody back right now, but with the pace of Skylar and the pace of Aaliyah, you can't imagine we're going to be getting burned anytime soon.
Skylar always ready to get back on defense no matter where she's at on the field.
You have to say, 9 minutes in so far, Butler County, admirable job so far. Little fight there.
But again, we talk about the fatigue. So you've got 9 fresh out there right now.
Oh, and made way off of Autumn there, following the throw in from
And of course,
Gabrielle Stark.
as far as the pace for BCHSFC and Aubrey and Autumn and Olivia and Skylar.
Morgan gets a touch but loses possession. Tries to find Autumn. Autumn's going to have some pace on this one. 3-on-1 chance. Autumn goes for it. And she's going to put that one wide. First chance of the game for Autumn. And wanted to go for goal, but that one not going to find the back of the net.
And it will be Stark to take this one.
Start taking the goal kick. We see right now Butler County not playing anybody forward. Here comes this one, though. It's going to be Valencia working it down, played forward by Amber well and played out by Amber.
Pretty much keeping everyone as close to each other as possible to try to put something together.
Amber working. Going to play that one out again. And it looks like, I believe, a series of substitutes to come on for Breckenridge County.
It will
be
be
the next opportunity.
As we had mentioned before, the likes of Lauren, Marcy, Kate, and Chloe will all join the game here fairly early.
I believe Coach Garrett mentioned all the seniors getting a minimum of 10 minutes today. And, yes, it looks like the substitutions will be made. Will be Marcy, Lauren, Kate, and Chloe coming on.
And they have right there, I guess, now they've all played 10 minutes.
We will see Paige, Morgan, Megan, and Isabella come off. So this is a more traditional style of team from Breckenridge County, and right off the bat, some danger inside that box. Throw in deep in their territory.
Now that Aubrey's got that support of Chloe and Kate alongside her, you've got to wonder what this might mean for Butler County.
That's going to be a corner. Here come Skylar and Aaliyah. Skylar looking hungry for a goal there. Autumn to take it. It's going to make its way into the box. Near the post. Bangs off the post. Still danger. And it finds its way just wide of the goal. Really a lot of confusion there. 4 or 5, maybe 6 bodies up right against that post. Hit off the post on the first touch and did make its way out of bounds. But Butler County survives once again. We do see, though, immediately a great chance created from this group of substitutes. Olivia can't get on it. Skylar plays it forward. Anything in the air can be dangerous. Now it's going to be played out. Throw into Breckenridge County. Amber comes forward.
Quite the succession of throws to this point in the match for Breckenridge County. Work towards Chloe there. We'll find nobody as Marcy working to fight for it back, and this one will go to Butler County.
Marcy really asserting herself in the physical battle already.
As you mentioned, there is nobody forward.
Yeah, playing pretty deep right now, all of Butler County.
And it seems whenever they are in position for a throw, we see either everyone is marked or they're just too far to get the ball off to on a throw.
We do see, though, a counter chance here.
And
makes its way off, but a throw into Breckenridge County. Amber's going to hustle over to take this one. Here comes the throw in. It's going to try and find Chloe. It's going to be played out. So here we are 13 minutes in, and Butler County doing a relatively good job of closing any Breckenridge County chances out. I think one really good chance off of that corner, but you do have to say for what they've got, really good start for them. Autumn plays it forward. Could be danger. Here's Kate on it. Kate's going to take it off her chest, and she's not going to be able to finish
it. Just slightly off to the left there yet again. That is now 3 shots or 3 chances that have went just left of the goal.
A great bit of work from Autumn and a great bit of work from Kate to keep that under control, but you do have to give Alford the credit. She came out and pressured, and I think it caused a miss there.
I will say I do believe this game is probably the closest match to the size that we have with Abby in goal.
Chloe's going to have a chance here.
Here we go.
On this left side, she plays it in.
A goal for
and
Chloe.
She finishes. Autumn's going to pick up that assist there.
3 minutes on the pitch, and there is a goal for Chloe Peterson.
And we now see the start that we needed. Great ball in and some danger. We saw there a goal kick up the middle. we know what kind of trouble they can cause, and we saw it right there. This time coming in our direction. And we have our first goal. 1-0 to Breckenridge County. Chloe Peterson, big finish. And that is her 4th on the year now. Autumn picking up her 2nd assist on the year.
This now puts her at 8, putting her further up there in that first position, trying to put as much padding on that record.
Marcy getting a little too physical there. A little shove in the back for sure. And it looks like Valencia will actually give this one off too. What it looks like will be Kid come here. I gotta say, Butler County really putting a lot of bodies forward. But we're putting a lot back, I would say. Marcy plays it forward, looking for Aubrey.
And and it will be cleared out for a throw as Lauren comes over for this one.
Lauren getting her first touch on the game, and it is a throw-in. Played forward to Kate. Can Kate work it down the middle? Kate's going to let that one be clearing out there. And that one coming off of off of the other kid come here.
And here it is.
Kate looks to Autumn.
Autumn looks
Autumn
to play
looking
it.
forward. Oh, perfect ball, but it's not going to find Aubrey. How did that get through there?
The clearance by Butler County, though, almost looked like a shot from Butler County.
Yeah, but that ball got through 3 or 4 defenders' legs, and it will be Autumn to take the corner. Already picked up an assist tonight. Played in near the post. Oh, Aaliyah almost got on it, and the goalkeeper can't come away with it. Still danger. Can that one get in the back of the net? It's going to make its way to Chloe, and Valencia is going to get on it finally, but Skylar's going to beat her to it.
Skylar right there, as always, ready to just take back possession at any moment of the game.
Marcy working it wide, looks in from the left, finds Chloe. Chloe still in, and she is going to be playing out for a corner here. So we've seen a lot of danger already created in these opening moments. And you got to imagine this is only going to keep building as Butler County continues to wear down. And here's Autumn to take her 3rd corner of the night. It's played on. Headed, and it's going to
We see Skylar coming out
Skylar
for
coming way out of her way and forces another corner. Or I believe, apologies, that was a goal kick actually.
Skylar's already got a brilliant, perhaps 1 or 2 seasons left to her if she does continue.
Yeah, of course. Mentioning Skylar, you can't go without mentioning Sydney, who has, of course, only gotten to make her appearance in 1 game following some unfortunate circumstances. Was expected to make a return, but a little more than doubtful at this point. Autumn wins another corner, though. Plenty of bodies in the box.
Here we go. It is played in.
Played low. Dangerous. Can Kate get on it? Kate's going to find somebody in the middle.
Aaliyah looking to make something of it.
A lot of commotion going on. Kate tries to play it forward. Kate's going to find some space. Marcy can't get the finish, though. Autumn here going to probably look for a cross. Going to work towards the middle. And she's not going to be able to hold on to possession, but she's going to fight back, and Olivia's going to come away with it. Skylar will take a shot, and it's going to find Aubrey. Looks like she was onside, but
it's
still in play. Skylar fighting for it.
Wow! Skylar!
Wow, what a goal. Probably one of the best goals we've seen all season.
What a fantastic goal, showing just the skill set that she does have.
And the center back earns a terrific solo effort there. Just pokes that one into the top right corner. Unsavable finish. And that is her first goal of her career.
We don't often see our defenders come that much into the box, but you don't want to ever single anyone out, but I got to say, if there's anyone that is capable of doing so, we got to say it's Skylar.
Yeah, very athletic player, and once again on the attack. Kate plays it forward, can't find Aubrey, though. Valencia plays it out. Here's Kate trying to fight for it still. She's going to win it away and plays it to Autumn. Autumn looks to play Aubrey forward.
And
it's going to come off Chloe. Can Chloe get it? And Chloe is not going to be able to get a touch to it before Alford will. So now we are sitting 2-0. Goals from Skylar, her first. Chloe coming away with her 4th on the year. It's going to be played out through into Butler County. First one in our half for a while. Throw-in's going to come in from Gidcombe. Played in, Amber fighting. Valencia trying to find Gidcombe. And Amber's going to play that one out, no danger created.
Let's see what Butler County can do with this one now.
Yeah, desperately need a response. Going to be played forward. And the second that ball crosses midfield, you know it's going to be danger. 3-on-3. Great bit of work, though, there from Collins. Lauren tries to play it forward. Going to be playing out, though. Butler County throw in. It's going to be Klein to take it. Looking for an option in the middle. Not going to find it.
Cut out.
Going to find Olivia, though. Olivia working here. She's got Aubrey in space. Takes a little too far right, though, and she's not going to get a good pass off. Will make its way to Autumn. Played forward with a lot of pace. And Collins gets a touch on it. But she does play it out. Collins did a great job in these last couple of possessions to cut out any real chances from Breckenridge County. But getting right into it. Here's Kate trying to work it forward. Played out here. Marcy going to take it on, and Marcy's going to take it wide. I feel like she could have gotten a little more conviction through that one. Could have ripped through it a little more. Looked for placement, though, it looked like.
Maybe took it early. Maybe could have put a little bit more contact to it.
This ball's going to be played forward, and as we now reach halfway through this first half, you wonder about if a water break is going to happen. My guess it will probably happen with the Butler County roster situation. But here comes Aubrey with a chance through. Chloe with the pass, but Aubrey with the finish.
Goal for Aubrey.
Aubrey, that's her 9th on the year, and Chloe picks up her 3rd assist. We now sit 3-0 as we approach the latter half of this first half. And Gidcombe here to take the kickoff.
Of course, we know Bailey Castor, the only one ahead of Aubrey in goals. Now 14 clear of Aubrey, but Aubrey still putting up the numbers this season.
Yeah, Aubrey, that shift to center forward. You wonder what it could have done for her earlier on in the year. Once she changed there, it's been a whole different story from her.
It was somewhat of a left wing, left attacking mid position early on this season. We seen her play in, and then it became more of the center forward role.
It became very apparent that her finishing quality was definitely up there and wasn't being able to take too much advantage of it on that left side.
And also, she's not the only one to benefit from the change. In the early going of the season, we've seen Marcy playing that striker position, but we've seen her. I've heard her say, and we've seen so many times.
Chloe could be through again. Chloe,
she's
what looks like a foul there. Will it be called? No foul, actually. And Breckenridge County now 4-0. And Chloe bags her 5th on the year now.
Chloe now with a brace in the first half.
I initially thought the referee was going to signal for a foul there, but now we sit.
We could
4-0
perhaps
up.
see the 4th program hat trick this
it is
season
possible,
for
certainly.
Chloe. Bailey Castor, of course, claiming 2, and Olivia Dow claiming the other. Now we've seen Aubrey get the brace against Grayson. She hinted and teased a hat trick, and now Chloe, she doesn't look to slow down. I think she will be.
Yeah, we'll definitely need to see how this game progresses. Amber plays it in, looking for Marcy. Going to be played on Autumn here, looking for another pass. Chloe once again, more danger created down this left. She works it towards the middle. Shoved late, but nothing there, I don't believe.
You know, as I was saying, as far as who was benefiting from Aubrey moving to center forward, Marcy playing striker early on and then being put back in that center deep-lying midfield position.
Yeah, I believe Marcy's been a lot more comfortable in that midfield position.
It's really kind of suited her play because
Let's let her use her strength. I
the
think is the big
strength
thing.
And as well as just the power in her kicks.
I think
she can, a deep shot, a deep pass to play in, any of those things.
I don't think the most comfortable playing with her back towards the goal either. I think when she's really trying to build up an attack, it's we see a lot more production out of her. That one's going to be played out, and Amber's going to take this throw in.
And then, of course, like you said, her strength. You know, Olivia and Marcy both have kind of the size. You would think disadvantage, but you can tell just how physical and strong they are.
Chloe comes away with it here in the
Chloe
box.
again.
Looks for a spin, played out, and it's going to be a Breckenridge County throw right by the flag. Looks like Amber making her way all the way down the pitch. Been doing a little bit more work down here, though, than she has on the other end.
I got to say, Amber and Lauren, we see not fully overlapping the attack, but definitely do like that wing-back role.
I've been seeing a lot of that, not only this game, but this year it's been a common occurrence. I don't think as we've seen it at such a degree as we have today. Marcy fighting for it. Going to win it away here. Marcy looks for a cross in the middle, going to be played off the Butler County defender. Going to keep it in bounds.
Yep.
Plays it right to Chloe, though. Still danger down here. It's going to be played away. Marcy on it. Works towards this side. Going to have some space.
Is she going to find
Works for it. Too heavy of a touch, and she's going to still in play, actually. A lot of confusion going on down there, and it looks like it's going to be signaled for a corner, actually. And once again, Skylar looking hungry for yet another goal.
Skylar very well could be suited to it as well.
Yeah, I think one of the big goals I've heard of this team is scoring a header, which how phenomenal would that be? I personally have only seen one header this level. It was against Meade County this year. Played in from Autumn. What a dangerous ball.
What a shot we see from the captain there.
That
Definitely trying her all there.
A nearly impossible angle, but
we've seen it done before as by one we mentioned earlier from the Fort Knox clash. Aerial herder.
Would have been of that level, certainly, on the half volley. This ball's going to be played, though.
But with this one, you could see the ambition with aerials. You really didn't even know what had happened. With that one, you knew what her ambitions were. She wanted to take the shot on.
Had some real pace on it.
Paid off.
Played forward from Skylar. Nobody in space, though, and that one's just going to be played out, throwing and Amber to take it.
The sun we are seeing it fall, of course, now as this first half goes on. And
Chloe with a great header there. She's going to have a chance. She's working it down this left-hand side. Plays it into the middle, and it's going to just be cleared away. Aubrey didn't have the pace to connect with that one.
Very nearly found Kate on the other side, though.
But was offered to react just in time. This one's going to make its way over Olivia's head and over back to Lauren. Lauren going to work it here. Tries to get around the defender, and she can't. Throw in awarded to Butler County.
You mentioned that, there's been a lot more wingback play. Absolutely. We've seen the crosses go from one end of the pitch in our attack, their attacking third, all the way up to our attacking third.
Valencia playing it forward, but played forward really well from Skylar.
Kate just barely misses the touch.
But she will come back and recover. Throwing awarded here to Butler County. It's going to be the other Gidcombe sister to take it.
This one, Danielle Gidcombe here, the sophomore.
Handball there from Lauren. She couldn't connect with it in the air. And it looks like it's going to be Brianna Gidcombe to take this free kick away.
It is the sisters here.
Not too many options down there. Like you said, we have more in defense than we have than they have players. Just
of course,
really unfair in that aspect. Aubrey here plays Kate forward. Magisterial ball through.
Kate
gonna get too heavy a touch, is she? And she goes for a chip, but it's gonna just be knocked down by Alford there.
Maybe could have found Aubrey there for the goal, but She was one-on-one with the keeper. Nothing wrong with the shot.
And on by Autumn. Towards nobody, though, and she's not going to be able to hold possession. Marcy's going to come away with it, though.
And
Played a
Olivia's
little
gonna-
too heavy to Olivia, it looks like. No, she gets on it. Played forward, but that one too heavy as Alford comes away with yet another ball. I sit here now with about 12 to go in this half. Butler County trailing 4-0 here. This ball is going to make its way out of bounds off of the clearance. And we have a few substitutions. Looks like Mariah Stevens coming on for Aubrey. And what looks like Delaney to come in for Amber here.
We will see a breather for Aubrey.
Good ball in from Lauren. Kate's not going to be able to get onto it, though. Can Olivia win it away? Olivia will do a good job. Autumn kind of plays it forward here, trying to find Kate. Goalkeeper's going to get on it, though. Autumn really playing some good balls forward. A lot of danger being created. That one really high up. Valencia gets a touch to it. Played forward by Autumn again.
Yet again, another excellent ball forward, just over Butler County.
Mariah here in space. Nobody on her. Autumn playing that one forward off of towards Kate. Towards Mariah. Mariah's not going to get a touch to it. Played forward, though, and here's Olivia. She going to work something forward. That's played off. Late challenge in, but it will be a throw and given to Breckenridge County. Lauren with the throw, tries to find Kate. Kate can't get a touch. She's going to fight for it, though. Played in towards Autumn. Autumn looking for another through ball in, and that one's going to also be recovered by the goalkeeper. I think Coach Garrett, they're telling Autumn to take her time a little bit, not just blasting it forward. So it's going to make its way down. Valencia.
We have seen constant pressure, but that doesn't always mean the pass has to be made over the top of everyone.
Yeah, plenty of time with the just 8 in the field for Butler County. Can definitely work something forward, especially in this situation. Played here to Valencia. Autumn gets a touch to it. Great defending there. Kate's going to look. Kate's going to try and find Chloe here. Chloe works it forward to Mariah. Mariah called onside here. Mariah maybe a chance, but too heavy, and she's not going to get her first goal.
I think
At least not for now.
I think she realized the touch was just too heavy at the last second. She just started to turn on the jets there.
I think maybe a really good chance, though, but, of course, such a young player, Mariah. Here's Autumn working it forward, looking for another ball in. Can't find anybody. But here's Chloe working it.
Chloe
plays it, trying to find.
Slows it down, finds Kate.
Kate tries to work it over. Got to find Mariah. Can Mariah work it forward? And Mariah's not going to be able to. Marcy going to try and get onto that one. And it's going to be kept on play, and she's just going to clear that one away from Nevaeh Lawrence.
Excellent pressure here. And it does appear the sun is just finding the back of these trees here behind Butler County's goal.
Yeah, under 10 to go now. Autumn working it in the middle. Autumn still playing it through. Is she going to get a goal? She will come away with a goal. And she taps that one away from the goalkeeper, and that is a solo goal from Autumn Rogers. That is her third on the year.
And it will be 5-0 on the scoreline thus far.
Yeah, a phenomenal. Couldn't ask for any better start from Breckenridge County. Under 10 to go in this first half.
And this, of course, we did mention earlier, the program's first year. Perhaps never seen quite the scoring ensemble we've seen in that first season, 9-2 win over Butler County. But this is definitely a different attack that we've seen against other sides.
Yeah, you definitely expect that we could see something of that replica. Terrific touch from Kate. And Kate's going to create herself a chance.
Is it going to be?
And cleared away. Kate, don't think she saw that one coming from her left side. Corner awarded, I believe, Autumn's 6th corner of the game so far.
And we do see Skylar rushing back towards that box as well, running the far post.
And Autumn will take it. We will see where this one goes. Signals it in. That one's going to be high, but it will go behind the goal. A rare mistake there from Autumn.
That is, the first error we have seen her made on a corner or even really of the game.
Yeah, no complaints so far from anybody on this
I
side,
mean,
surely.
with that very nearly added just that much more to what Skylar's goal was. I mean, with her goal over there by that left corner.
And mentioning Autumn, of course, I believe you had a chance to catch up with her earlier.
We did, was able to
Chloe
get a
creates a
few,
chance, actually, and it's a terrific save. Still danger, though.
had a few questions for her earlier, which we'll get to once halftime arises.
It's going to be played out, and Delaney to take the throw in. Apologies, actually. Will be thrown in here for Butler County. Played forward, though, and this one is a perfect ball. Finds Chloe. Hat trick for Chloe Peterson.
It is the program's 4th hat trick.
And hats off to Chloe Peterson as she gets her 6th on the year. And I did not take notice of who made that pass forward to her, but
It was Skylar.
it was Skylar Tucker,
ball
actually.
over.
So Skylar has gained her first goal and her first assist on the year and of her career,
And
so far in this first half.
you can only dream of what the numbers on defense look like as far as dual rate, winning the ball back, and tackles.
And we know Skylar really stuffing that stat sheet just tonight.
Already has put in plenty of great challenges, put in plenty of great passes, as we just seen to Autumn.
Has been unstoppable in defense, impossible to get around. Play here, playing out from Lauren. Ball's going to come in. Olivia first one to it, no surprise. Olivia going to give a touch forward to Autumn. Autumn's going to look here. Chloe looks to be offside perhaps, but no signal given. Played on. Played forward trying to find Aubrey, who just subbed onto the game.
Aubrey, of course, yes, back on the field, as well as Amber here, checking back in.
Throwing for Marcy Rogers. Going to make its way down to Autumn.
Just losing
Autumn,
it, but
great job. She's going to take the shot
will
on.
take it on.
Oh,
What a
wow.
save by Alford.
That is a save. Wow, extremely unlucky there from Autumn. That is a hats off save there.
I must say I haven't seen too much of Alford's highlight reel, but that surely has to make it with that save. Top class save. Cheers to any keeper who can make a dive like that, reaching.
Autumn going for goal again, and that one also dangerous, but Alford making a few really big stops on Autumn today. Of course, we saw that first one off of that opposite corner, and this one coming off of this one, and we just saw a ridiculous save. Pretty similar to some stuff we've seen from Abby this season. Haven't really said her name too much today, though. Hadn't had too much to do, if any.
I don't believe Butler County have gotten off a shot this half yet.
It's going to make its way down. Olivia plays it off, and that will be a throw into Breckenridge County, as was Klein, who couldn't keep that one in. Autumn gets onto it. Autumn looking. Going to try and play that one forward. Could have been a chance had Kate gotten through onto that one.
But, of course, we did mention, you mentioned earlier, the offensive losses they suffered from their last campaign. And we also mentioned the fact that they haven't been able to get one on the board to this point of the season through 6.
Yeah, really rough year for Butler County, unfortunately. Played out by Marcy here, and that's going to be what looks like Stark taking this throw in deep in their right-hand corner.
And
going to find just Chloe, though. Chloe probably going to be looking for a fourth now, I can imagine. But she actually plays it forward.
Plays it forward
again, and Aubrey can't get her second on the night.
I will say Alford definitely been tested. They are testing to see what she is capable of.
I do have to say the ones that she had a realistic chance of saving, she's come away with, and even one that didn't look like she had a realistic chance of saving.
She's come out and gathered a lot so far, and she's played a lot out to her girls thus far. On the contrary to what Abby has done thus far.
And here comes Amber to throw it in. Under 5 to go in this half. Played on and played out there. Amber. Looking for options. Gonna play it down. Gotta find Chloe. Chloe has been dangerous all day down on this left side. Plays it in, looking for Autumn. Autumn's gonna try and go for it. Plays it off to Chloe. Chloe onside. Great bit of defending there, though. Stark doing a fantastic job.
Without giving away too much, I will say we did see a little bit of what I was able to hear from Autumn. We've seen a lot of that that leadership and that improving herself as a teammate that she had mentioned. Not always looking to take the first shot that she can. She will look for options.
There's Chloe. She plays Chloe through, actually. Looking for another option. And just cleared away. Maybe an own goal chance for Butler County.
It will be a corner.
Yeah, corner for Breckenridge County. Autumn hustles over there for her 7th on the night. Probably more than we've had all season combined.
Skylar looks to be again trying to make a run to the far post.
Of course, she's not going to have any marker. And that one squeaks in. And Autumn just scored directly off of a corner. And that will make it 7-0. And I don't believe that could be issued as an own goal. I think that one just squeaked in. I think Autumn.
Mutt, again, going back to that aerial herder goal. Very resemblant of that one. You just kind of didn't know what happened until you seen the ball go in.
And it just squeaks by. So we've seen a lot come towards that near post, but we haven't seen anything like that. Maybe took 1 or 2 touches off of anybody, but I don't think a shot was issued.
I wouldn't say permitting an own goal.
And Autumn, smart bit of work there. Going to be trying to work it forward. Still going to be on the ball, working it out wide. Kate makes a run too far to the center, though. And this one going to be played all the way back here from Collins, played out by Olivia. And a throw into Butler County. But under 3 minutes to go in this half, and what a half it's been for Breckenridge County. That one playing out a set off of Olivia, but not sure about it. It's thrown in. Olivia. And it's going to be playing off by Lauren, though. And Butler County finally getting back into the attacking half here.
Finally stringing together something, much like Breckenridge County were doing earlier. We've seen a series of corners and throw-ins now.
And corners as well.
Of course, corners.
Certainly not as common as usual. That one just going to be played out, though, from Klein there.
We have seen, it almost feels like we've seen more corners in this match alone than we've seen in our previous broadcast total.
You have to wonder what Coach Garrett's going to have out there for that second half. It's going to be played out. I know time before he said he wouldn't let a team mercy rule another. But we will see what happens. That one going to be played out from Perez. And it's going to squeak right out for a throw-in. About as close to the flag as you can come. But halftime, actually. So, what looked like, I guess, perhaps a little clock error, but, so Noah, you were mentioning catching up with Autumn earlier.
Yes, I was able to speak with Autumn earlier, and her feelings coming into this game, and just run a few questions by her to see, just highlight a few points, get a few things out of her as she is proven time and time, and just like this game, what a performance.
Okay, yeah, so I think we should let's go ahead and take a look at how that went.
Noah Knight here on the day of BCHS FC's senior night match against Butler County. With me now is one of the 12 seniors on the team, as well as the captain of the team, Autumn Rogers. Autumn, how are you feeling about the game tonight?
I'm very excited for this game tonight. I feel like it's going to go very well, and our team's going to pull through with a big victory. And I'm also excited to have our senior night tonight and honor all of the seniors that'll be gone next year.
Just first here, just I mentioned you were the captain. How has your approach kind of changed since you become captain?
Well, I feel more as a leader on the team, and I feel like I got to hold myself to a higher standard because the younger players are looking up to me and everything, and I got to be there so that they know how to act whenever they're my age and stuff. So.
Okay, moving on to the coach now. In what ways do you think maybe Coach Garrett has influenced you or impacted you or in your play?
Well, Mr. Garrett always pushes everybody to do better, even if like they're doing great. He's always finding something that they can work on. He's always pushing us to do our best, and he believes in us a lot, and it's very helpful.
Is there anything that maybe he tries to push you more towards that maybe you feel that you would like to push yourself to become better at on the pitch?
Well, he thinks like he sees me as a team player, and I think that too, but he tries to make sure that I see all the plays that are happening, and if I don't notice one, he'll call it out to me and everything.
Just kind of to like focus more when you're out there. What would you say maybe is your strongest area?
I would say that my strongest area is my passing and being able to pick out players and just being able to see what's going to happen before it happens.
And now, last, to honor senior night, what would you say has been your favorite moment with your time being on the team?
Well, I've been playing ever since middle school, so I've been here a lot with all of the girls, and I've made a lot of very close friends with most of the girls, and I'm very appreciative to have played the same sport as them. And over the time, I've learned to absolutely love this sport and just be a better team player and be able to lead a team like this. It's helped me a lot.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us, sitting down, doing the interview. Best of luck tonight in the game.
Thank you.
And so Noah, like you mentioned there, being a better team player.
I think we've seen that on display plenty of times from Autumn in this match alone. It's really been she really wants to not focus so much on herself, more so as she really wants to just do whatever she can that betters for the team, even if that means she doesn't have to always be directly involved in the goal. But she also proved that she can make the chances and she can score.
We do have to mention that corner goal. Wow, I think the only person maybe more in disbelief than we were, maybe Autumn.
I gotta say, I had to give a round of applause of my own for her, because that was, for anyone to score off of a corner, really is it's such a difficult angle to read, and of course it, like we mentioned, it did take a touch, but I don't think any of those touches were really like a shot on goal or any sort of attempt at a clearance. It was simply just kind of a deflection off of a defender that put it more in the path of the goal.
So we've seen today so far, we've seen Aubrey come away with one goal. A little surprising. Usually the leader in that route. Chloe come away with a hat trick so far. Autumn with 2 goals and I believe an assist. And we've seen Skylar come away with a fantastic goal and an assist so far. Both are first on the year.
The assist played over almost just the entirety of both sides into make the play there, and what a goal she scored as well. One of the best goals I think we've seen from the side this season for sure, taking on somewhat of kind of a half volley-ish type.
Into right in the top bin there.
Absolutely. Just sailed over. Really, I think for anyone, of Alfred's size and goal, or even you could say at times Abby, if you put it up at just that right angle with enough arch, it's hard to reach.
Yeah, like you mentioned, a great first half from BCHSFC, and I think now here's a word from our sponsor, Right Implement.
At Wright Implement, you'll find the full line of John Deere mowers, skaters, tractors, small and large ag equipment, John Deere apparel, toys, and more, along with a complete line of Steel and Honda power equipment. And we have a parts and service department that's second to none. Wright Implement has 9 locations throughout Kentucky and southern Indiana to serve you. The right equipment, the right service, and always the right price. Wright Implement, serving great customers like you since 1936. Online at wrightimp.com.
Now we are back here. There's about 3.5 to go until the second half gets underway. I don't think we could be asking for much better so far from Breckinridge County.
Definitely has been one star-studded performance, admirable performance from all of the players as far as what we've seen out there. I don't think you could really give anyone under an 8 that's played, because it's just the offense and chance creation has been something that you can only dream of on your best day playing. But of course, we did mention that I'd say the only person who really we couldn't say has an 8 would be Abby, just because she hasn't been given the chance to really have much activity out there.
Abby yet to get a chance out there, and I'm really curious how this Breckinridge County team is going to line up coming into the second half. You really wonder, is he really going to continue what we have been playing with for quite some success so far?
We are closing in on 2 minutes here before the second half. You got to wonder what words that Coach Garrett had for his side, as well as Butler County side, what their coach had to say for him.
And looking now at who's standing, maybe not presumptively who's going to be returning, but that looks like the starters to me.
Of course, being senior night, I would say, you know, it would seem almost too obvious to just, play all the seniors. I don't know if that will be what we see.
Yeah, we a lot of options. Has been a definitely getting some vengeance though from last year, I think.
It's definitely I think this is definitely a statement as to, you think about our schedule and the games and teams we've played and faced. Meade County, of course, didn't really go our way, but you think back to the 2 Bowling Green teams that we faced, Warren Central and Warren East. You can't imagine there was too much of a chance given for us, but just look at how close we were able to keep that game. And now you see just what it looks like whenever we do get all our chances in.
Do now wind down. Under about 30 seconds. It looks like we're just going to actually jump right into it. Clock stopped. And we do take the pitch here. Autumn returning, of course. Aubrey, Morgan, Megan, Isabella, Amber, Skylar, Aaliyah, Paige, and Abby.
So again, it pretty much will be the seniors,
the senior starters,
as well as the two
younger center backs,
the junior Aaliyah Mucker and the sophomore Skylar Tucker. Excuse me.
And Aubrey here to kick it off once again. And here we go.
The second half is now underway.
Autumn's going to get a few touches on it. Going to try and work it forward. She's going to keep control. Gets around 2 defenders. Can't get it past the third, though, and that was looked to be Gidcrum there forcing it out. And there's Paige to take the throw in. Get a little farther forward here, Paige. Throws this one in. Pretty good throw.
Again,
takes it off
it
and
really
out.
hasn't even just been like Lauren and Amber to make those runs forward, going down each line. This game, it's been practically any fullback we have with these throws. They're really coming forward.
Paige takes the third consecutive throw.
In the opening 10 minutes of this match, we've seen Paige make a number of throws along the side here, working our way up the pitch.
And let's add another one to that, as Paige takes yet another throw in here. Aubrey waiting in space in the middle there. Gonna make its way over Isabella's head.
But of course,
Kid Crumb plays it out.
It does.
Plays it in, actually. Sorry, Autumn.
Autumn
Wow.
with the tackle.
Terrific bit of work. Plays it across. Aubrey can't get to it. Here's Megan.
What can
Megan's
she do
gonna
with
look.
it here?
She's gonna find Autumn. 2-on-1 chance here.
And it's back to Megan.
Megan working it, and Megan's not gonna be able to hold possession. Here's Valencia working it forward. Gonna play it out. Gonna look wide, and Gidcrum cannot get to that one. Played out.
Gidcrum and Stark there really putting on the pressure. And it will be a throw-in towards Isabella Sprouse.
Gidcrum plays it forward.
Sun, of course, not much of an issue anymore.
Autumn looking to get on it, and she does. Played forward, looking for a ball to Aubrey. Could it be good? It's a little too strong, but Morgan not going to have the pace to get on it. Megan goes for goal. Is that going to have enough? And it's just going to be saved.
Almost a chip from outside the box, and what a
wonder.
beauty it would have been.
Had that gone just over the head of the goalkeeper, you would add another one to the highlight reel.
And Autumn coming back pretty far here alongside Olivia.
That one's going to be headed on from Lawrence, Autumn. And so Lawrence will take the throw in. Amber takes it off.
It does look like somewhat of a false 9 here for BCHSFC, as we see Aubrey kind of playing a little bit more back
Here's
than
Olivia.
Isabella and Paige are.
Olivia's going to look for Aubrey on a run. Going to find Gidcrum, though. Sorry. Gidcrum there. Played out. Paige here to take a throw. Looking for options. Plays this one in. Olivia plays it forward. Isabella here trying to get on it. Gonna work, and she's gonna play it out though. This time it'll be Danielle Gidcrum. Played in.
And Stark here. Cut out by Autumn. And it is going the other way.
We had seen Brown and Gidcum try and work something forward there. Here's Olivia working it forward to Aubrey. Aubrey looking, plays it back to Megan. Megan with her weaker right foot, not going to find anybody. Autumn, though, great job to win the ball. She's done a fantastic job so far today. Tries to find Morgan forward, but Morgan not going to be able to make a run onto that one. Once again, we are going to see Alford clear this one forward. Headed on by Amber. Still a little fight for it, but
Skylar
never will get beaten to a ball.
Skylar saves it to Amber. Amber gets the touch off for the clearance here, and now she will make the throw.
Nobody giving her really any chances down that left-hand side. Really brave header on. Play towards the middle. Goes between the legs of Megan. Aaliyah working it forward. Finds Megan. Megan going to try and work this one forward. Not going to find Morgan. And this one going to be played on from what looks like Lawrence. Lawrence working forward. Gidcum plays it out. And played out by Amber. About 5 minutes gone in this first, the first 5 minutes gone in the second half of action.
Will be Brown to take the throw here.
And here's Brown, who we've seen shift all the way over from the other side of the pitch. Great leg to it from Skylar. Will Autumn get on it? Autumn going to miss.
Just misses.
The volley, but she does come away with it. A little more patient of an option. Working it forward. Perfect ball. And Aubrey will break away. And Aubrey, too heavy of a touch. Interesting. Aubrey not been able to actually latch on to as many through balls this game as I think we would have expected for the score line to be as it is.
Definitely hasn't gotten those through balls in, and we also haven't seen that trademark front roll she does.
Yeah, I think the less we could see her on the ground, though, I think the happier we'd all be.
Of course, we know the roll is usually the signifier that she really had a chance there.
Makes its way out probably about the deepest chance we've seen from Butler County this half so far. Played in. Page
but
gets
again,
on it.
I feel like it has to be a false 9 with Isabella and Morgan on the left and right wings here, playing 5-ish yards ahead of Aubrey as Aubrey awaits the through ball. And with all the space you can see, it's every one of our attackers is marked by one defender. So once Aubrey has one beaten, then the defense has to start closing in.
That one going to be playing out, throwing here. It's going to be Paige. Paige looking for an option. Going to try and get it to Olivia. Maybe a little too much power on it. Autumn goes to win the ball, and she's taken down. But
Olivia.
Perhaps clean. Olivia looking forward. Aubrey. Surely a chance on here.
Of course is on it.
Did come on her behind her, but good shot taken from Aubrey. Right at the goalkeeper, though. I've seen a pretty good game from Alford today. Playing all the way up. A fantastic clearance. Skylar takes it off both of her knees there, it looked like. And will be played out. Amber here comes away with a throw-in. Cleared out. Morgan couldn't get to it.
And
that
Stark
time it was
it out.
Yes, Stark. Sort of a right back, center back hybrid today. And that one played out once again by Stark. Here's Amber Miller. Once again, 3 options in the middle. Autumn in unlimited space right now, and she's going to come onto that one. Here she is working it down to this left side, working it wide. Can't get a good touch, goes for the nutmeg. She does pull it off, but she can't make anything of it. Played out by Stark.
But it will be a throw-in Butler County.
Throw-in to Butler County, actually, claiming Autumn did get the last touch. Not a great throw-in from Butler County, and it will just result in a throw-in for Amber. Looks like Autumn really trying to get a goal here. Really playing forward, and here's a chance for her. She takes it on, and she scores.
It is a goal for Autumn.
And that's Autumn's hat trick for the night. As she has 3, and she joins Chloe with her 3rd goal as well today. So now both Chloe and Autumn have 3 and 1 on the night.
1 goal shy of tying the record for the program's most goals in a single game.
Of course, Bailey scoring 4 at Hart County just a year ago.
And we've now seen 2 hat tricks in one game. That, of course, never been done in program history.
And here we go. Trying to find Valencia. Played forward. Here's Autumn. Immediately clearing that one up the field. Aubrey not going to be able to get onto it, though. Played forward. Going to be worked here from Stark.
Megan can't quite get her clearance, her challenge in, but Skylar will cut it out, allowing Aaliyah to play it forward, and Autumn is trying to get back on it.
Autumn stays on her feet there miraculously. Valencia played out for Biggs.
Looked like Autumn may have taken a little knee-to-knee contact.
It looked like the official might have even gotten a touch to that ball. This one going to be played forward. Here's Brown. Page there. Playing that one out. Played back in by Gidcombe there. Played in. Nobody on it. Olivia, this could be danger. Aubrey getting another one-on-one chance. She's got an option. And here she comes, trying to work it back towards the middle. It's going to be played off the chest of another player, and it just squeaks around the goal post. Goal kick given away here. But wow. Once again, so close. And we sit here 8-0.
Of course, after this, there is still one more meeting between these two sides. Next one
That'll be
Breckenridge County will be traveling to Butler County for.
I believe that one on Monday.
And then afterwards, 2 more games, and the season is over.
Right here on this field.
Both games here. McLean will be coming, and Hart County will be coming.
And here comes that same group of substitutes we saw come in that first half. So it'll, I believe, be Paige, Morgan, Isabella,
And Megan to come
and
off
Megan
here.
to come off as we see Marcy, Chloe, Kate, and the last one
And Lauren.
I believe Lauren. Sorry, yes, Lauren. And immediately
Aubrey
another
looking to get
chance.
back
Aubrey,
on
can
it.
she finally get her second? Takes her time.
Yes,
And
it is in for
beautifully.
another one.
A terrific bit of work there from Aubrey. Squeaks it by. And we see now.
A tied record for most goals in a game.
Oh, yeah, good mention. I do remember before the game, Autumn actually saying that she wanted 3. She wanted Chloe to have 3, and she wanted Aubrey to get 3. And right now, Chloe and Autumn sitting on 3, with Aubrey just 1 away from 3. So
Aubrey 1 shy from that hat trick. That 3 hat tricks in one game would also tie as many hat tricks coming into this game that were on the records.
yeah, I think this game really might mean a little bit more than we're just like this could really prove more of an evolution of this program to the next level. I think.
This is really we've really seen each player that we've constantly bragged on throughout these broadcasts, the ability and the talent that they have, and I think we're really seeing that on the fullest display we've been able to see in a long time.
This team has the record will not show it, but from how far we've come as a team, certainly at the beginning of the season to say that we compete with so many Warren County teams, it would be seen as probably a little bit ridiculous. But here we are winning once again at Grayson County in convincing fashion, with the men down, of course, and here we are today, seeing probably one of the great performances in the history of the program. Cleared out here from Lauren. Played into from Kate to Autumn. Autumn looking for Kate, and it stayed in, but it's eventually played out there from Gidcombe as we come away with another throw-in. And you have to be thinking, surely now this one will be over before the end of regulation.
With just under half an hour left in the match, 1 more goal is all it takes for Breckenridge County to finish this one.
It would be the first Mercy Rule victory in the history of the program.
And this would also be Butler County's 4th Mercy Rule.
Could it be right here?
In a
Kate's
row.
going to have a chance. Played
And it
on.
is
Aubrey off the post.
Off the post, almost finished off her hat trick.
And that would have been just as the captain predicted it. Played forward here. Going to be played out, though. And you really got to feel for these this group of Butler County players.
Mind you, I do want to say, as much as we've upped this Breckenridge County side, I take absolutely nothing away from this short-manned Butler County side, who, despite the scoreline, just like we've done so many times before, have just continued to fight and fight and fight.
Yeah, some real courage being able to step off a bus knowing you're only going to have 7 out there, 8 out there on a field.
Undoubtedly knowing you're an underdog, you'd like short-manned or not, you know.
And
the
Autumn's going to take
record.
it. Good save again. Autumn, probably 5 or 6, maybe 7 shots on goal today.
Definitely so many chances, so many corners for.
Well, yeah, this Butler County team, a lot of heart to be willing to come into any environment.
And it's Aubrey here.
Aubrey,
What
could
will
she seal the deal?
Here it is.
She's going to get
She's
a
on.
little heavy of a touch there, I believe, but actually does stay in, tries to cross it in, but going to be hard from that angle to get any power on it, trying to get it to Chloe there.
I think did kind of start losing control of it.
This ball played forward.
I got to say,
Looks
even for the Butler County side, I don't know that really there has been much fatigue. It seems like they really have just played and played to the.
And here's
it
Chloe.
is Chloe in.
She's going to look. What a brilliant tackle, really. Probably the first successful slide I've seen all season.
What a beautiful sliding tackle.
Perfectly played on the ball.
Not really something that coaches will encourage for fear of hurting another player, but we do see Chloe fall there into the box, but I got to say, just a brilliant challenge, stopping progression.
Looks like she's no injury of any sort. Autumn, a little heavy there. Trying to play either Chloe or Aubrey through.
Maybe passed it just as Aubrey started making the run and didn't expect the pass at that time.
That's a really good punt away. Headed on. Skylar heads it backwards. Aaliyah turns that one around. Looks to Autumn. Autumn here working it forward. Looks in the pass. Once again, too much pace behind that one.
And, of course, this being more of the disadvantage that Butler County have had, and the fact that you proved that you don't want to give us space. And there's nothing they could do about space.
Great
and
bit of work from
Autumn.
Autumn. Plays it to Aubrey.
On
Plays
to
it
Aubrey.
wide to Aubrey, though. But Chloe comes away with it. Chloe is ruled offside.
And
Chance on goal, but
I do believe as Aubrey got it as well, there was a little bit of defensive contribution to stop and cut out that drive.
interesting note. Sideline official certainly notioned for offside, but I assume at this point, perhaps the main official just letting it slide. Olivia wins that ball away.
No need to make any real unnecessary stops.
Kate with a great hustle here.
Can she play it into Aubrey, though?
Kate's still working. Kate plays it wide corner kick, I believe.
Kate certainly wants one of her own as well.
She's created some chances today, but it will be Autumn on her 8th corner today.
I believe this will be her 8th.
And if she can replicate what she done the last one, wow. That's all I could say. Here's Autumn to take. That one played high. Oh, just hits off the side of the net. That was definitely going over the goalkeeper's head.
Absolutely, and, with Skylar in that box, she was ready for perhaps another chance to put one in.
Here we are, 20-some-odd minutes to go. And 9-0 is your scoreline, tied for the highest scoring game in our history. Autumn, can she get 4? She's going to go for it, and she puts it high. A little frustration from her there, but still a hat trick on the day from her.
We also see Aubrey check off. See Mariah now. And Autumn, you mentioned earlier, was really trying to get her 3rd. Now is really playing forward, looking like a front 4 almost.
It doesn't look like Aubrey is going to get that hat trick, but I don't believe she will return to this game. Here's Kate working it forward. She's going to have a chance. Kate, just can't squeak it by. Alford there.
Still 20 minutes on the clock, so at any moment we could see Breckenridge County, BCHSFC strike.
Skylar, good clearance forward. Mariah going to put some pressure on. Not going to be enough, though. Forced away here. And play out there from, I believe it was a Gidcombe there. Autumn immediately trying to work it forward. Gets around another defender. This one played in the middle. Looking for Mariah. She's going to take it off. And here's Kate here. Kate up the middle working for a chance. She's going to take it on, and she's not going to be able to make anything out of it. Autumn going to put some pressure here on Gidcombe, and it's going to be played out of bounds. Kate finds some space. Valencia plays it out. Autumn. And she looked for a pullback there, but no options. Played forward, Olivia. Gets a touch to it. Plays it on. Kate. Here's Autumn.
Yet again.
Outside of the box, she's going to go for something, but couldn't get enough on it. Kate looking for a chance. Cleared away again. Autumn again. Not going to get too much on it, but she's getting a lot of touches in there. Here's Mariah. Can she try and finish and seal the deal here?
I believe she may have been in a different position than she had anticipated.
I believe so as well.
Just hesitated.
That one finally going to be cleared away from Stark there. Under 20 to go now. Amber throws it in. Headed on for Marcy. That's a really great header, but a little too heavy.
Skylar just misses that one, but will get it forward. See if Kate or Autumn will be the one to take it here.
Autumn floats it forward, looking for Mariah. Played out towards Olivia, takes it off the leg. Autumn again. She's going to look for a shot here, I can imagine. Tries to play it low and drives it right. Going to be taken away there from Alford.
Regardless of the shot she takes from this point on, it's been the ideal captain's contribution in every sense of the word.
3
hat
goals,
trick.
of course, 1 assist on the night, and that goal off the corner. Pretty much unstoppable tonight. Autumn's been, and can't forget to mention the amount of finishes or amount of touches today that she's had.
Chloe just could not get under that one.
Yeah, Chloe probably could have taken that one on first time. Alford here. Clearly Alford, a pretty experienced keeper. But looks like Butler County trying to create a chance here, and they may still be on. Valencia. And this could be a chance.
Is this going to be their first real chance of the match?
And
no.
it looks like Breckinridge County's going to be on the break here.
It fizzles out. Autumn working
it
forward.
Takes an odd deflection. Mariah gets on it. Who's she going to look for? She's going to try and play it a little too wide to Kate.
Would have been a beautiful back heel had she read that one as Marcy was making the run.
That one played out, though. Kate here. Oh, what a ball, though, there from Mariah. That is fantastic. Here's Kate, and Kate finishes.
That will be game, ladies and gentlemen.
And Kate wraps this one up. Her final is 10-0 in Breckinridge County's first ever Mercy Rule victory.
Also sets the record for most goals scored in a game in the program's history. And unfortunately on the Butler County side of things, yet another scoreless match on the sheets in the books for them. A 4th Mercy Rule in a row.
Yeah, you gotta feel for this group of girls, but
and of course, like with the four Mercies, you gotta wonder, like, how long have the injuries really taken a toll on them? How long is this, I guess, disadvantage? I say that lightly. How long has that kind of been an effect on them? But nonetheless, I gotta say, for them, absolutely came out here and did all they could with what they had. And BCHSFC, I think we seen just what it looks like when you see them in top form.
Yeah, that was a terrific showing. Our third straight unbeaten match, back-to-back victories. A fantastic showing here from Breckinridge County. Noah, what kind of highlights do you think really stuck out today?
I think I got to say again, point out the captain's contribution and go back to what Captain Autumn Rogers said. Just the team play was incredible out there, and I mean, just how many people were involved. You know, especially with Skylar scoring and assisting one. What a performance for her. If I had to, pick man of the match, woman of the match, yeah, I would say just the team as a whole really stuck out, and
I
we're
think
really
the
playing
team
together.
Play in this game was insane. Everybody getting some chance on it. Maybe the fullback's not getting as involved, but the throw-in's a big factor in this game as well.
Now, of course, coming into games, anybody who, I guess I would say, expects a mercy rule, you know, there's always kind of that, like, conceited feel to it. There wasn't any really conceited, like, we're gonna do this. It was, we know what we are capable of, let's go prove it. And that's the mindset that this team has held time and time and time again. And now we're seeing it pay off, and we're seeing what it looks like when everything goes how we know it's very possible it can.
I think that's about the best way you can word how tonight is going. Breckenridge County will return to action away against the same opponent, going to Butler County on the 21st. And then we have 2 more games on the year, and they will both be on Breck Live right here in this field. We got McLean County at home, and we have Hart County at home. That McLean County game, I believe, on a Saturday. And Hart County will wrap up the year as we get ready for the district tournament, and likely our biggest rivals, Grayson County, once again.
Yet again, typically the only rival we face more than twice a year, or district rival. But, again, I got to say, what a game for BCHSFC. Definitely something that every one of those players should be proud of, 100%. And again, with Butler County, 100% effort that they should be just as proud of as well. Anything that you might have to add as far as the season wrapping up here shortly?
Well, I think you've pretty well summed everything up today, coming out really showing who we can be. Once again, would like to thank our sponsors, Right Implement. I'm John Smith here with Noah Knight, and we will see you